Man, ladies and gentlemen, my man just dropped the album. He's celebrating his season right now, and he has like 19 jobs. I'm going to find out probably through Ancestry DNA that he's probably Jamaican. Ladies and gentlemen, T.I. is joining us this morning. What up, King?
What's happening? What's happening, Kings? What the deal is?
Man, listen, the L.I.B.R.A.
I see you got old Billy Cotton Top right here with you.
Hey, you see the hair, baby. You know, I'm learning from you, Lord Cackabug, all the way from Bankhead.
Now, T.I., we have a nickname for Billy on the show. You know what that is, right?
What's that?
COVID boy. Now, Billy Sorrells has managed to get COVID 2 times in a row. He recently put out a video where he let some random white woman kiss him on a plane yesterday. And, yeah, I'm just as shocked as you are. I can see the expression on your face.
You can't just be out there kissing white women willy-nilly now, Billy.
Hey, listen, you know
what I'm saying?
She also tried to kiss my wife as well. It was one of those situations.
I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave that right there. You know, hey, man. You know, whatever your fetish is, hey, man, YOLO.
Well, he only lives once, but I feel like Billy's gonna die twice.
Neither one of y'all ain't worth a damn, man.
But yo, T.I., man, like, yo, you always got some mysterious hustles going on. Like, every now and then I'll log into Netflix and it'll be like, yo, there's a new movie and T.I.'s in it. And I got a chance to catch a sneak preview of your movie, Cutthroat City. Well done.
Yes.
Well done, homie. Congrats on that. You know, a lot of people be asking me, like, how can I see it all across the country? Because some people tell me, yo, it's out right now. Some people say, so, you know, but everybody's theaters ain't open. It's the weirdest time to tell people to go support anything.
I didn't tell them. I just asked how to see it, and I told them where it was. I didn't tell them to go see it. Told them where it was. You asked, right? You say, well, how do I go see it? It's in the theaters.
Got you. It seems like every time you check the news, like a different movie theater shutting down, and you know you got to do that.
Man, who was that? Not AMC. Who was that said they closing for good?
Regal. Regal. It's a wrap for them, they say.
Yeah.
Regal, right?
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
so, man, in a minute, Netflix gonna open the theater. Netflix gonna open up the theater. It's gonna be like little living rooms.
They got the business model. Why not?
Yeah, man. Can you believe Netflix went to Blockbuster and asked them to invest back when they were Redbox and Blockbuster laughed in their face?
Man.
Who would have ever known, though? Because, like, you would think,
somebody still getting kicked in the ass right now. Somebody woke up this morning and kicked, bitch.
How are you holding it down with everything going on, T?
How I feel about everything going on, like what?
How you and the family been maintaining? I know the kids is older now, so they moving around. It was really like, surreal to see King pulling up in a car and him driving. Like damn, man, you just remember when it was just little.
Yeah, I know it, right? They say when you feed them, they grow.
They eat well, apparently.
Nah, man, it's a blessing though, bro. I can't even, and I think I just got lucky as hell that I have such like well-mannered, level-headed, respectful, and humble, good kids, you know what I'm saying? All except King. But, for the most part, you know what I mean? Now, even King could be a lot worse than he is, you know what I'm saying? He may need the most guidance, you know what I'm saying? He the most rambunctious of all the children. But, I think even he could be a lot worse, but he got that thing. He got that gene, that little badass tip gene, you know what I'm saying? The thing that doesn't allow him to antiquate danger, you know what I'm saying? Like, he don't understand threat. Like, it just, most motherfuckers, Kyle tell you. Most motherfuckers, they get close to fire and they feel the heat, and that tells them not to get closer. Not us, me and King, you know what I'm saying? We got to actually stand in the fire and like, I smell something. What is it?
How do you discipline that when that's happening?
That's a familiar smell. It smells like me. I'm burning.
Yeah, you are burning.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something that, I don't know, man. Like none of my other kids really have that, but King. So that scares the shit out of me. But I think all in all, It could be a lot worse.
It always could be worse.
How do you
Yeah, it could
discipline
be a
that
lot
though?
worse.
Tip, how do you discipline King when he's acting like that? Like, do you feel like a little bit remorseful, or basically like it's your fault?
Oddly,
You like,
I
how do
mean,
you discipline you?
oddly enough, you do it. I do it the same way I would have expected somebody to do it for me, which never happened, by the way. Just with logic, like asking him, what makes you think this makes sense?
Mm.
What explain to me why you think this makes sense?
Mm.
That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think, and I always tell him, I say, hey, listen, bro, I understand. This is the smartest you've ever been. You know what I'm saying? If you just think that, like, you know, this is the smart, you think you got to figure that. If you think about you 3 years ago at 13 when you thought you knew everything then,
Right.
I asked him, at 13, did you know that you didn't know? And he said, no. I said, but you thought you knew, didn't you?
Mm.
Yeah. I said, now, thinking of what you know now, looking at yourself back then, what do you feel? He said, I just feel like I've grown a lot more and now I understand. I say, so imagine how you're gonna feel, what you're gonna think when you get my age.
Mm. Mm.
That's it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He'll never hate. See, you always be trying to just hold my age against me. See, you always be trying to say that it's because I'm young, and because it is. It is because you're young and you're stupid, and you don't know you're stupid. You don't know. It's okay. I know you're stupid because I was once stupid, and then I became, knowledgeable. But it took me time. I don't have time to sit here and explain this to you. You're dumb right now, and that's cool, but we're gonna get you there. And so I think we had those kinds of conversations. And I think he listens though. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the great part, that he actually sits and he listens. And we have a communication, a communication factor that allows us to both learn each other and go together.
Now, who used to do that for you when you were growing up?
I ain't had that.
Got you.
Close thing I had the close thing I had to that was my uncles, and one of them was in prison for 10 years, and the other one, man, my other uncle was he was chasing tail all around the country. So you know what I'm saying? You know, but still, I got a lot of over the phone kind of counseling.
Okay.
Like my uncle would call me like, man, what that shit is? I heard that man, that's dumb as hell, man. Don't be doing no shit like that. What the fuck wrong with you? You gonna end up right in here with me, stupid ass. You know what I mean? I used to get that, but it was never nothing, hands on in person. And my mama, she's not a communicator. She's a yeller. You know what I'm saying? Man, shit, shut up. You know, I used to say shut up and slam the door at the same time so they couldn't tell what you said. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? It cut my music up. Like that was really like I ain't had the kind of like, I don't know, I guess the kind of advisory that I kind of offer. I ain't had it. That's why I do it so much, I feel. That's what I was expecting. That's what I thought I was missing as a kid.
Is there a general piece of advice that you feel like young black men who pattern themselves after you, or who are adventurous or tenacious to chase their dream, and are passionate, that you want to give them in today's climate? Because today's climate is a little bit different than when you were coming up, that you could kind of get insight on?
Well, which part? Are we just talking about, like, because you said tenacity and chasing their dream, and then we got into like...
There's people who have goals, who have things that they're passionate about, and you are all
right.
Goal oriented, whether it was just making money or it was making music, you were pursuing those things. And to be young, a young black male in today's time, what advice would you give them who have those same dreams and aspirations?
Okay, well, first of all, stay alive. You dig what I'm saying? To fulfill your... Who in the hell ringing the damn doorbell? Did we invite anybody? What the hell they doing at our door? It sound like my grandmama then. What the hell them folks doing here? Hey, come on in. Quiet. I'm sorry. Um, I mean, first of all, I think, people got to understand that the object of life is to get old. You know what I mean? To grow old and see the effect you've had on generations to follow you, right? Either that or die for a purpose, you know? So if you don't die for a purpose early on in life, then get old, man. Get old, bro. Like that's how you fulfill your prophecy, man. You gotta get old, observe, learn as much as you can, grow as much as you can. So that's the broad answer. But specifically, don't let haters talk you out of your ambition. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, people with ambition and vision who see things that other people just can't see, don't believe, they are like we come and share our vision with other people and say, hey man, I'm thinking about doing it. What you think? And it's, oh man, you can't do that. What you mean you gonna do that? That's stupid. You can't. Man, to be honest with you, that kill more dreams than failure ever will. You know what I mean? Just believe in yourself enough to know that your vision is for you. That's why it came to you. And the reason they don't see it, because it ain't meant for them to see. It's meant for you to show. You know what I mean?
It's like a certain mind will process that and use that to propel them to do better. Some people will do things just because you told them that they couldn't do it.
Yep,
Right.
that's why I had my beard growing, you know what I'm saying? Because, Billy told me you ain't gonna never connect. You ain't gonna never connect. Let it go.
Hey, your beard is still charging. If you gonna put it back on the charger, it's dead. You need to let it wide up a little bit, boy.
Yeah, okay, that's all right. With that little rayon hairdo, you got a little rayon polyester hairdo.
You see it?
To talk about a little bit of the work that you and Billy do together through the All Deaf Digital platform. They did a nice little write up on you on Forbes. Big up to you.
Right
Um,
on.
like, how does it feel to pick up the reins on something that like actually had a really dope origin with with Russell Simmons and taking that to the new the next decade?
Man, bro, I mean, it's a blessing to be able to, to actually exist in media, like owning our own platform, like telling our stories from through our lens to the people that we feel like we know how to service the most. Most of the time, media services, media platforms, they're usually owned by white folk. You know what I'm saying? Usually owned by white folk who tell you how to communicate with your people, tell you what will and won't work for your people. And that shit, it just get on my nerve. It's like a pet peeve of mine. That's one of the things I think, one of the reasons that I feel like I hadn't been making music, because I just got sick and tired of hearing white folk tell me what will and won't work. You know what I'm saying? And that shit there, I think All Deaf Digital is the exact opposite. When we think something won't work, we're gonna do it just to see. You dig? And I think ownership and equity in our art and in our platform, that's what kind of allows us the freedom to do so.
That's important. You're speaking about ownership. Sometimes we think we
I
have.
lost you.
Oh,
There you go. You
there we
back.
go. Now talk about ownership real quick. Some certain things from the outside perspective we assume that we have ownership of, and we don't. And we found out the hard
Mm,
way with Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out that
yeah.
it's not your show, it's Viacom's. You know what I'm saying? You
Same
know,
thing. I mean, look, everybody's like that because we didn't understand the true value. You know what I mean? We thought the money was we thought like the cash was the value, and that comes from a long time of being broke. You know what I'm saying? Money never matters until you don't have it. So when you're broke and you coming up, you think, okay, get the money, get the money, get the money. And you find out halfway through it, damn, you're supposed to give the money back and get the ownership. That's the long game, you dig? And I think that it's better to know now than not know it all. You know what I mean? So no matter how many times it takes us to bump our head and learn the lesson of ownership, Yeah, I mean, the quicker we get there, the further we'll go.
Okay. Now, when you think of 2020 as a whole, right? Have you felt like you've taken an L in any aspect?
Mm,
Hmm. I lost a bunch of money moving around on tour, but I made a bunch of money in other aspects because streaming picked up. I mean, man, look, man, I'm a true believer in whatever God has for you is yours. Can't nothing take that away from you. You know what I mean? And whenever a door closes, a window opens. It's just about you just recognizing where your time and opportunity, you know, how you fit in and what you're supposed to be doing, listening to the universe. That's what I feel like I've done. I've learned to do better. I feel like I listen more to the voice inside of me when it speaks. I say, man, let's get this, let's do this. Yeah, let's do it. Before I used to be, you know, going back and forth. No, I don't want to do that. No, let's do this. Do what you need to be doing. I'm gonna do this. So, you know, you ever heard me talk to myself like back and forth? That was me and the voice in my head, you know, getting to understand it. But now I feel like we kind of, you know what I'm saying, we got an agreement,
mm,
you know.
Okay. Well, the new body of work is called the Libra. It's out right now. A little bit
Yeah,
of everybody's on there. And I like the fact that T.I. can pretty much rap with anybody, whether you talking trap, whether you
true.
talking rap, boom bap, you know, New York version of trap, and even R&B. Like, what are like some of the most personal songs to you on this project? I mean, I see you got Damani on there. I also see you got Deja on there, like, you know, closing the album out. Like,
sure.
songs hit a different place in your heart more so than just the other records.
Absolutely, man. You know what I'm saying? I've always been asked what's my favorite record, what's my favorite song, which song means the most. And I never could answer it. I was like, man, they all like my children. They really do. But now I actually have a favorite song. And those are my favorite songs. Family Connect and Deja's Conclusion. Those are my favorite songs that I've ever done in my career, I'll say.
That
That's dope.
says a lot. That says a whole lot. And yo, and
That's dope.
Damani, man, he was on there cooking. You said you told me a couple of years ago, bro, that like, yo, watch out for him. Cause like I used to always ask you, like, when you gonna let your kids rap with you? You know what I mean? You're like, nope, they ain't ready. They ain't ready. You
Right.
adamant about it. So to see
Yeah.
two of them show up, you know, I was like, all right, where's King? Is it a bonus track? No. But you know, his time will come. But it's dope to see all that come to fruition. You felt they were ready, huh?
Yeah. He rap his ass out, bro. Like he has a much more eloquent presentation than I did. You know what I'm saying? Like my shit just ended up like smart, but his shit is presented like it's meant to be smart to begin with.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me, when I came out, you know, it's kind of like, it's pretty smart for a dope boy. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty smart for a drug dealer. Not bad for an
he's,
ex-con.
he's
You
bright.
know what I'm saying? It's pretty intuitive for one of those trap niggas that from Atlanta. I think him, it's a lot more. He just feel more mature. You dig what I'm saying? More aware, more conscious of what, like where he is, his position in the culture, in society, in the generation. He just real like aware. And it's poignant the way he presents it.
Man,
Got you.
yo, Tip, I might be changing course here. The music is dope, but a lot of your music has always been politically charged with an undertone of knowing what's going on in the world. Now, we look at the situation here with Brother Q putting out the plan for Black America and
Mhm.
him being willing to have a conversation and dialogue with both sides. Now, for you, I know sometimes your opinion might go in different directions. So I kind of want to understand, seeing that he has this plan, you feel like it's necessary to talk with both sides in this instance, or do you feel like there's certain things and certain conversations with certain people that's just out of off
Well,
topic?
well, first of all, I think it's necessary to understand. Excuse me, I got a bunch of people talking over here. Ain't nothing important in this house. You hear me? Nothing.
Damn, that's the crib. I thought you was at the museum. That's nice.
Nah, man. This the crib. This the crib. Well, this the penthouse. It's not the lake house. But never mind that, man. Don't do that. Don't make me start talking about my abundance. Don't do that.
Morning Hustle, Zoom Cribs. Let's get it going.
Nah, but what okay. So what were we talking about, Billy, before we were so rudely interrupted?
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
Oh,
And then
okay.
you need to talk to both sides.
Yeah, first of all, I think it's important that we understand the key is to get things done, right?
Right.
And I think that Black people have been treated like a side piece by the Democratic Party for so long that, you know what I'm saying, we got to be able to hold the people we vote for accountable. You know what I mean? Now, I emphatically disagree with this administration and what they represent. And, you know, Polo reached out to me and said, yo, Trump, they called me and said they want to talk to you. They coming to Atlanta and they want to talk to you. They want to talk to you about helping the community. I said, fuck they want to talk to me for? You dig what I'm saying? But the thing that I know about them and that administration is, I just know how slimy they is with they hidden agendas. You know what I mean? I seen how they did Ray Lewis. I seen how they did Steve Harvey. I seen how they did Jim Brown. I seen how they did Martin Luther King III. Although Polo and Kanye kind of willfully signed up for that, you know, the initiative. But I ain't willing to do that. I said, man, the only way we can talk is they come to expeditiously and everybody hear exactly what we talking about. You know what I mean? And the first thing I'm gonna lead out with, man, what's up that fuck shit with you and my people, pun? You know what I'm saying?
What's up with that?
I'll be the first person to say, what's up with that fuck shit to the president? Man, what's up with that fuck shit with you?
You got a few first. I mean, you'd be the first to say that to the president. I remember the time allegedly you swung at the champ. I mean, like, yo, T.I.
get busy.
A minimal amount of fucks to give. And that's why we fuck with you the long way, T.
I mean, I'm gonna I'm gonna push past that because I mean I could spend some time here and have some fun. You dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna push on past that. I'm going to be the mature. I'm gonna take the high road on that.
My brother.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna feed into that. You just got you dropped it down. You see what it is? You see what it is? Yeah, man, put it down there for me to pick up. You left a trail. You dig what I'm saying?
Come on now.
You get to pick the breadcrumbs up. Nah, man, I ain't gonna do that. Not this morning. The devil is a lie.
So as we looking at this new project, man, like, you know, you seem to get a different T.I. every lap. And sometimes people ain't ready for the growth. Like when you think back on your catalog, was there a particular album that you felt like people should have understood or got better or like, you know, like damn.
All of them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, to be honest with you, I think at any given moment, anytime, if people were to go back and listen to one of my albums, because I do it all the time. People were to go back and listen to one of my albums, you kind of see, oh, that what he was on. That what he was saying. I think, you know, I'm giving it to you in real time as I have these epiphanies. I kind of deliver them in real time. And you know, sometimes they just kind of got to take shape for people to visually see what I'm saying.
Okay.
And I think this album will be no different. You do what I'm saying? I think you have songs like Horizons and songs like How I Feel. You know, even Family Connect, like, you know what I mean? I think those records, and Thank God with 21 Savage, I think those records, they offer more perspective, more of an explanation of my ideologies, you know, and the things that I've gone through that can kind of explain or justify why, you know, some of the wild shit that you see me go through has happened.
So if 2001 T.I. went to the studio with 2020 T.I., who's finishing the verse first and who's gonna have the better verse?
2001 T.I. definitely gonna finish the verse first, but I think 2020 T.I. will have the better verse.
Okay. Hey, on this new project, Tip, which track is gonna be the one? Because you know I'm married, so I always appreciate how you give us the trap boy side. Then you also hit us with some spiritual stuff, but then you also go in the part of just being a guy who loves his woman. And if you go back to even on Urban Legend, chilling with on Broad, and then but she a freak though. You always take that role to saying something positive about the woman that you love. So is there a track on there for in this new album that we can look forward to that expresses that? And how is that important to you being who you are?
It's incredibly important to me. I think all of those records, they were kind of, you know, pulled. We held back on those because there was so many of them. So there may be a project dedicated just to that in the works very soon.
Okay.
You know, but I think that's incredibly important. I think all facets, everything that people, you know, people who live our lifestyle, who come from our walk of life, who understand what we go through, we need to kind of share every facet of that, every layer of that, you know, from relationships with our children to relationships with our women, uh, you know what I'm saying, how we deal with our partners. Um, you know, I think every interaction is important because we're being used or referenced to as examples. You know what I mean? When people get into it with their old lady, I'm sure they go back to the dime trap and listen to the amazing Mr. Fuck Up and be like, oh,
yes,
okay. I got it. Now I got it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like shit. If you get married and your old lady get to stepping out, or you and your old lady get to, you know what I'm saying, deciding that it's time to part ways, how you handle that, we will always now go back and reference the entanglement episode of the Red Table Talk
right,
and see the poise and the, you know, the I don't know what you call it.
hey
That
man,
man Will had some incredible restraint.
That's
yes.
that's years of acting. You know, like working right before your
You
eyes.
know what?
He held it in.
I didn't think about that.
Because when you look
Mm.
at his eyes, it looked like he was murdering her inside his head, but he was just remaining cool on the outside. Because like it almost reminded me of the time you remember when Mike Tyson was on like Barbara Walters and Robin
Oh
Givens.
yeah, with Robin Givens.
He was a nightmare, and he's just sitting there like, what?
Bitch.
You know, the only difference is Will had a heads up. Mike Tyson couldn't have known she was about to say that, and then
Nah,
because way he looked up
Mike
around, he
Tyson
was like,
looked like,
okay, all these, okay,
yeah, how you go do it,
all right,
huh? Nah, man, I think, man, you know, it's a blessing to be, you know, the soundtrack of people's lives, to be the example, to be the point of reference where people can go and whether they listen to a song or looking at Family Hustle or, you know what I mean? Whatever it is that they're going through in their life, to be someone that they look to for guidance, you know what I mean, and direction. That shit is dope.
The three-dimensionalness of it is dope because we get to see you on TV. We get to hear like your stories through your music. There's also the social media components. You guys are like really dope on live. And like, you know, also too, congratulations on like, you know, being a grandfather. How
Yeah,
does that
appreciate that.
affect your world view and just how you view things? Because like, you know, a lot of people in their mind, they want to be Peter Pan. They want to be young forever. And sometimes like, you know, putting grand in front of anything aside
Oh
from,
no, we don't use that word.
huh?
I mean, we don't necessarily use that term. We have not adopted that term here, at
So
least for me.
what are they
Now,
going?
Tamika's definitely grandma. Like Tamika definitely grandma.
okay.
Okay.
I'm big dog. You know what I
Big
mean?
dog?
Yeah, I'm big dog.
Fighting it.
He is fighting it at all. Tip is fighting it at all costs.
Well, yo,
Nah, not really. I'm just saying that. You know what I mean? Hey, if he want candy, you gonna call me big dog. You want vegetables? Call me granddad.
Yeah, it is.
he go that candy.
So
Big.
let's see how that works. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna see how it works.
Well, yo, man, yo, we proud of you, man. It's always great to have you pull up on us, man. Shout out to everything you're doing in the art space with
Thank
the
you.
Trap Museum.
Thank
Is
you.
it back open under COVID conditions yet, or what?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Thursday through Sunday.
It is a definitely it's a definite must stop by when you come to the city. Me,
Okay.
Billy, Angie, and L'Oreal, we hit the escape room, and we actually
Oh, dope. Did you get out?
we got out with like 60 seconds to spare with
Yeah, we got out.
minimal help.
Hey, man,
Minimal help.
it's a real, hey, look, that shit tough. People think that it's easy to get in there and get out of there. No, you gotta,
Boy, them tough stuff.
You gotta really be from the culture to know what the fuck's going on in there.
Yeah, it was some questionable moments in there for a few minutes. I was looking around like, man, that's you don't know what. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Hey,
Let's get
Billy
about
and Ella like, which one of these motherfuckers am I gonna throw under the bus?
it.
Especially good with that scale work. It was going down, man. We got up out of there, man. It was a good time, man. So yo, pull up.
He been measuring curl activator all his life.
Coming from an educated aardvark face nigga like yourself, man, I appreciate all of that, man. If you don't get your goddamn earthworm Jim face ass out of here, hell no, boy. Men in black worm face ass, boy, hell no.
Aardvarks eat ants. You was an Ant-Man. Have you got the call yet? Ant-Man 3, is it happening?
Hell no, I don't know nothing about that shit, man. Folk ain't call me. They ain't gonna call me until they done spent all the money everywhere else and say, okay, Tip, we don't have the money, but we want you involved. And it's kind of like, I don't know. I think they used to tell me like 2 weeks before they start shooting.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
Have you been watching Lovecraft Country? Because they bringing in your boy Jonathan Majors, the guy who plays Tick. If you've been watching Lovecraft Country, he's going to be playing the villain in Ant-Man 3. So I'm just wondering if that's something you've been watching or checking that out.
I'm probably on the third episode. On the third episode. They had like multiples of themselves in different rooms, and one of them was fighting in different rooms. Then it was kind of like under some kind of spell, come out into the hallway looking at each other crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell. I'm trying to watch it. It's good.
It gets weird, but then it starts coming together. If you ride it the rest of the way through it, it's all gonna start to make sense.
You know what I have noticed?
What?
I have noticed that, they got, I think, like monsters and vampires and all kinds of other shit going on. But the most treacherous motherfuckers on that show is the white people. The most dangerous motherfuckers on that show. With all the monsters and the scary people and all that, ain't none of them scarier than them white folk. You know what I'm saying? That man and that woman, that little white-haired man, I think, and the woman.
Keep watching, Tim.
Oh, keep watching.
He's a Renaissance man. The album is called L.I.B.R.A is Back Running in Atlanta. We rock with this dude, man. Continue to as T.I. Much love to you and the family, man. And can't wait to see you in real life again soon, bro.
Right on, man. I appreciate y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Love and respect.
Love you, Tip.
Thank you
for everything, bro.
Painting that suede and leather goatee beard on Billy. That man got a leather suede goatee there, with a suede brush. You can't take that shit in the rain. I don't think.
We are the morning hustle.